Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the farm vlog today. Today's a pretty cool day, exciting day here on the farm. We're going to be taking the baby chicks and we're going to introduce them to the outside in the grass for the very first time. Got the mobile chicken coop set up in the yard here. We're going to go get the baby chicks, put them in the grass, let them wander around, give them some food and water, let them explore, and this will be their new permanent home until we move the laying hens in with our current laying hens, and we take the meat birds and we put them in the freezer. So come along with me today and we'll show you what real farming's all about. Introducing these baby chicks to the outside and a few other things we'll show you along the way. All right? Woo! Stoney Ridge. Do you ever find yourself with a big pile of keys and you don't know what to do with it? Well, I've got a solution right here. This. Boom. I had a drawer that was plumb full of keys. I didn't know what key went to what, you know, but you don't want to throw away a key on a farm because you never know. It might go to a tractor, might go to a fence. You never know what it might go to. Big key ring. I hang this inside the door, and whenever I can't figure out what key is what, I go to my big key ring and I take it with me and I figure out what key is what, okay? So guys, there's a little tip from the Stoney Ridge farmer. Make yourself a fancy key ring to hold everything on. I'll see if I can find a link to one of these guys that you can buy on Amazon below. The chickens are in here cheap like crazy. We haven't fed them all night, and we've been feeding the chicks on and off. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So they're about to starve to death. They should be easy to catch, and we'll put them in the mobile coop here. Hey, babies. Hey, baby birds. Hey, baby birdies. Guys, I can't stress enough how voracious the appetite of these little meat birds is. So let's get them in a box and move them over to the mobile coop. All right, guys, so we're going to catch the birds, hand them off to Mrs. Stoney Ridge, put them in the box, and we're going to take them outside. Probably take 2 loads. Hey, birdies. Do that, okay? Birdies! Hey, birdies! Chickies! Now we're going to carry these guys out here, and we're going to put them in the coop. Guys, me and Mrs. Stoney Ridge are going to go ahead and put the chicks in here. Basically, we're going to take the box and we're going to lay it down and let the chicks walk out. It's going to be pretty cool. Here goes. I want to get the mic real close to the baby chicks, man. They're super excited to get in here. Hey, birdies. Hey, little bird friends. Here we go, guys. First time in the grass. Woo! Chicken party in the grass. You're like, what in the world? Oh, you're happy. Guys, these are good little omnivores. They're going right to town, nibbling, eating leaves and bugs and cool stuff, so we're going to let them roam. This will be their permanent home for probably 4 or 5 more weeks for the meat birds, and probably 4 or 5 more weeks for the other birds too. So once they're about half grown, a pullet, we're going to move our laying chicks in with our regular laying hens. Guys, this makes for great lawn fertilizer. I will not have to fertilize the lawn. Basically, I'll move this coop and I'll show you a little more about it. But I've got a little mobile coop here. So this coop is either 8x7, 8x6, something like that. I built it a while back, but we've used it. This is our second round of meat birds we're taking through this thing. Basically, we'll leave the chicks here for probably 2 days, maybe 3 days, and then we'll move them to another spot until they get bigger. Once they get bigger, we'll have to move this thing every day. So guys, the next step in this process, we've got our water in here, and we always want to make sure that our spout is pointed down the hill. Look at these chicks. They're so hungry. They think my finger is food. We're going to go ahead and feed them a little bit, like little attack chickens. Watch them go at it. Here you go, guys. A little tip, if you put your feeder in the middle and your water on the edge, they won't step in the water quite as much if it's on the corner or on an edge. This is 1 gallon of food. This is how much food we'll feed these birds today, and we'll let them forage in the grass for the rest of the day. We've got this box over here, I'll show you. You can look back through previous videos, but basically there's a little brooder box that I put in here, and that has the heat lamp in it and basically keeps the chicks warm at night. Happy dog! Ooh, happy dog! Guys, here's the brooder box that we use in the little mobile chicken house, and this is to keep the chicks warm at night. There's a little door right here, and this thing basically just sits flush on the ground. There are 2 handles right here so that I can pick it up, and there is a hole cut out circular hole cut out right in there so that if I need to, I can put the heat lamp in there, keep the baby chicks warm at night. We'll only use this if it gets down below about 40 degrees tonight. Otherwise, the chicks will be just fine. Next thing we want to get done today, back here is a bunch of mulch. Basically, I've got a guy that comes up here and gets rocks. This is Stoneville. This is the Stoney Ridge. There are a ton of rocks around here, so I got a buddy that comes and gets rocks, and he brings me a load of mulch from the composting center in the city closest to us. We've got to take the rakes, rake this out a little bit, and this is going to be kind of a cool little flower area for us. But a piece of land that was kind of nasty and had a bunch of old scraggly trees, and we're going to rehab it and make it pretty. Land rehab, land rehab, land rehab on the Stoney Ridge farm. All right. So me and Mrs. Stoney Ridge are going to work these arms right here. We're going to get this wood up. Buddy's going to help, right, buddy? Come on. Buddy's going to help. Buddy's a good dog. We're all good people. That's why you want to watch us. Woo! Woo! Guys, I can't tell you, it's such a beautiful day. Good day for getting these kind of chores done. Feels nice outside, about 50 degrees. Awesome, awesome stuff. So let's take this load of wood over to the wood pile. So I might have mentioned this to you before. We got our wood pile up here behind the house. We're about 150 to 200 yards away from the house. There's a reason why the wood pile is this far away from the house. We don't want the things that come along with the wood pile near our house. Things that come with the wood pile are mice, snakes, and termites. Maybe some other stuff too that I don't know about. I'm sure spiders and stuff like that. We don't heat our house with wood. We just heat the shop with wood. We want to keep our wood pile away from our house so that termites don't get in our house, mice don't take up in the house, and so that the cat has a cool place to come and hunt. Right? Woo! So let's go ahead and unload this and we'll get to some other chores. So I did a little bit of thinking, guys. I went ahead and left the chicks outside all night long, and we kept the heat lamp in there. You can see it in here now. Basically, just watched them for a day. You wouldn't get much of a show if I just showed you yesterday what they look like in the evening. So here's day 2, and we've already moved the coop a little bit, but oftentimes when you have a mobile coop like this, you have an issue with moving the chicks. The chicks like to hang in the back of the coop, and as you pull it forward, the chicks will end up eventually getting ran over. And then you'll have to stop, lift it up, let them out, so their legs will get caught in there. We've got a plan to keep that from happening. We'll just set our feeder in here. Basically, we took the feeder out a little bit earlier today, and now we're going to put the feeder back in there. They'll go to the feeder, and we're able to move it without hurting any chicks. So check it out. This is how it's done. Birdies! Birdie birds! Birdie birds! So this drive to eat will pull them away from the edge. We take our feeder, and we put it right here on the edge, and we move it a few feet. So if you hear that, baby chick's foot just got caught in there. We're gonna go release him. So we only have one baby chick get his foot caught, but the thing we need to think about, we've got to devise a better system to keep these chicks off of the edge. So what I thought about is taking an old push broom, cutting the fibers off and stapling them to the edge so that the chicks get pushed, or even taking some old coat hangers and cutting them up and staple them so they have some fingers to push the chicks out away from the bar as we move them. So this has been kind of the trouble with the mobile coop, but the mobile coop works great. They put a ton of manure down, so we'll have plenty of green grass here in the front yard, and this is right here in front of the house. There's no smell, no issue like that, but we'll have a ton of good manure. Guys, I'm really happy with the progress that our meat birds have made. They're looking good, they're healthy, they're out here eating grass, getting forage, eating bugs, eating worms, doing things that they should naturally be doing. We supplement them with a little bit of 24% chicken feed, and if we didn't supplement them with that feed, they would really starve. If you watch them, their attraction to food is just amazing. The chicks have grown probably, I want to say, at 2/3 faster rate than the standard chick, and then at about 6 weeks to 8 weeks or so, these chicks will be ready for slaughter. And that'll be our chicken meat for most of the summer here on the farm. So get ready, good barbecues to come, guys. I hate to kill things, but these things have a purpose on the farm, and that's just a fact of life, okay? Guys, if you think you're not gonna die, you're wrong. If you think these birds aren't gonna die, you're wrong. Guys, this is livestock, this is poultry, okay? This isn't pet, this is poultry. And poultry is for consumption, and my family will consume it. Reason I say these things to you is because this is real. This is reality. This is a real farm. This is what it's about, okay? This is about living off the land. This is about growing and raising your own food and knowing what's in it and knowing that it's pure and delicious and hormone-free, okay? So this isn't about power to vegans, and this isn't about power to people who eat meat protein. This is just about raising farm animals to benefit your farm and to benefit your freezer. So we do what's right for the land and what's right for us as people. If you don't agree with it, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. So guys, I got nothing against veganism, I got nothing against vegetarians, but this is the way I choose to live my life, and I'm sharing it with you, okay? This banana is delicious, and so is that chicken. That's right. Guys, that's it for the farm vlog today. We got our baby chicks right down here. They look good, sweet little babies. We got our mulch all spread out back here, and we got the firewood back behind the house all spread out, and we started building a little rock wall. Awesome stuff going on here on the farm today. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's about 68 degrees. I just can't beat it. I got to work on my farm belly a little bit, so I'm going to go do a little mountain biking. So anyhow, guys, come on and see me tomorrow, the next day, for the next farm vlog, and I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? Thanks a lot. Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge, bring your wife and bring your kids, we're living life here in the sweet. Wish my shirt would ride up my ass a little bit. There we go. So guys, I might have mentioned this to you before. Show you how